Hi, good evening to everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss the questions and answers of the CFA Level 1 Alternative Investment. And as a disclaimer of this video, all these questions are taken from the CFA Institute Level 1 curriculum. So all the rights are reserved by the CFA Institute. There will be the two part of the questions and answers series. In the first part, we will discuss some theory questions. Okay, in the first part we will discuss the theory questions, and in the second part we will discuss the some calculation question like fees calculation in case of the in case of the hedge funds and in case of the private equity. So there will be the two part of this questions and answer series. Let's start with our first questions. Okay, I have to do it here. Okay, no problem. The first question is, which of the following is least likely to be considered as the alternative investment? So this is the least likely. So which of the following is least likely to be considered as the alternative investment? In other language, which of the following will most likely to be considered as the our traditional investment? So the real estate is most likely to be considered as a alternative investment. After that, the commodities are most likely to be considered as the alternative investment, and the option C, the long only equity fund, they are basically least likely to be considered as the alternative investment because long only equity fund are part of our traditional investment. So the correct answer of this question is C. Okay, let's move to the next question. Next question is, the private equity fund are most likely to use. So these are the strategies in which of the following strategy will be used by the private equity fund. So the first option is the merger and the arbitrage strategies. Basically, the merger and arbitrage strategy is used by the hedge funds. After that, the leverage buyout, yeah, it seems to be correct, but let's see the next option. Option C, market neutral strategies. Market neutral strategies also used by the hedge fund. So hedge fund use these two strategies. So the correct answer of this question is option B, because private equity fund use the leverage buyout as a form of the strategy. There are the many strategies that private equity fund use. One of them is the leverage buyout, and other one is the venture capital, and after that development capital and extra debt strategy. Basically, private equity fund use in their investment. Let's move to the next question. Next question is, an investor is seeking an investment that can take long and short position. So the investment should take the long and short position and may use the multi strategies. The investment should also use the multi strategies, and historically low correlation with the traditional investment. After reading this is talking about the alternative investment. Let's continue it. The investor's goal will be best satisfied with an investment in. So which of the following will satisfy the investor's goal, which have the goals to take the long and short position, multi strategies, and low correlation? Real estate, yes, this is a part of the private equity fund, but this is a part of the alternative investment, but this not take the long and the short position. So this is not our correct answer. After that, the hedge fund, yes, hedge fund is the part of the alternative investment, and it also take the long and short position and also use the multiple strategies for generating the returns. And hedge fund also have the low correlation with our traditional investment. So the correct answer of this question is B. And after that, there is the private equity fund. This should not be the correct answer, because this not use the multiple strategies, or basically not take the long and short position. This only use the leverage buyout as a investment strategy, and After that this use the venture capital, so it basically not take the long and short position. That's why the correct answer of this question is option B. Okay, let's continue with our fourth question. Relative to the traditional investment, okay, alternative investment are least likely to be characterized by. So the in other language, which of the following is the characteristics of the traditional investment? So the alternative investment is least likely to be characterized by high level of the transparency, is the characteristics of our traditional investment. Okay, let's continue reading the options. Option B is limited historical data, that is the characteristics of the alternative investment. And after that, significant restriction on the redemption, that is also the characteristics of our alternative investment. So the which of the following is not the characteristics of the alternative investment? That is the option A. Option A, like alternative investment don't give the transparency, so this is least likely to be the characteristics of the alternative investment as compared to the traditional investment. Okay, let's continue with next question. Our next question is, alternative investment funds are typically managed. As you know, the alternative investment are managed actively, because they have to generate the high return as compared to the traditional investment, and also provide the diversification benefit. That's why our alternative investments are managed actively. The correct answer of this question is simply A. Let's see other option. To generate the positive return, beta return, this is also, you know, the characteristics and the objective of the traditional investments, so that they can generate the higher return. Everyone want to generate the higher return, so this is also the characteristics of our traditional investment. And after that, assuming that the market are efficient, this traditional investment assume that the market are efficient, but the alternative investment managers always assume that market are inefficient. So the correct answer of this question is answer A. Alternative investment funds are typically managed actively. Okay, let's move to the next question. Our next question is, compared with the traditional investment, okay, alternative investment funds are more likely to have greater use of the leverage, long only position in the liquid assets, more transparent and the reliable risk return data. As compared to the traditional investment, alternative investment is more likely to have. Which of the following is the characteristics that alternative investment have? So basically the correct answer of this question is option A, because alternative investment use the leverage as compared high leverage as compared to our traditional investment. Basically traditional investment not use the leverage, so the correct answer is A. And let's discuss other options that are given. Long only position in the liquid assets, our traditional investment take the long only position in the liquid assets. And after that, option C is more transparent and the reliable risk return data. Basically alternative investment does not give the transparent data, because they want to keep their strategy secret, and that's why the correct answer of this option is A. Alternative investment use more leverage than the traditional investment. Okay, let's continue with our next question. The potential benefit of allocating a portion of the portfolio to the alternative investment include. What is the benefit of including the alternative investment in your portfolio? So the basic benefit of including the alternative investment in a portfolio, that it provide the diversification benefit, and the diversification benefit arise when there is the low correlation between the your portfolio assets and the alternative investment. When there is the low correlation between the two securities, then can only we will be able to achieve our diversification. So let's see the options. The option A is the manager selection. This is not seems to be the reason why we are including the alternative investment in our portfolio. improvement of the risk return relationship. Yes, that seems to be correct answer. Let's first watch out the next option. Option C is accessible and reliable measure of the risk and return. So you can measure the risk and return in any investment. So our best answer of this question is option B, because it provide the improvement in the risk and return relationship. Okay, our next question is, the hedge funds are similar to the private equity funds in that both hedge how this is question on the how the hedge fund and the private equity funds are same. So basically the hedge fund and the private equity funds are structured as the partnership, that is their structure is basically the same. There is the journal partner that create a fund and take the investment from the limited partner, and journal partner invest that money as per his strategies or his discretions in the different assets class and generate the return. So let's see the options. Option A is typically structured as the partnership. Yes, it is the correct answer. Let's see other options. Access the management fee based on the assets under management. In case of the private equity, management fees is based on the alternative based on the assets under management, but in case of the hedge funds, management fees is based on the assets under management. Okay, let's see the next option. Do not earn the incentive fee until the initial investment is repaid. In case of the hedge fund, incentive fees is earned regardless of whether you have realized the profit or not, but in case of the private equity fund, investment fees is earned only when you have realized the return or the gains. So the answer of this question is A. All these are not the correct options, correct answer of this question. Let's move to the next question. An investor seek a current income stream. Okay, an investor want the current income stream as a component of the total return. Okay, investor want a current stream of the income as a component of the total return. Okay, the desire desire an investment that historically low correlation with the other assets. Okay, he want to invest in the alternative investment with the income stream. Okay, the investor most likely to achieve the goal. So these are the option. In which of the following option we will get the current income stream as well as the low correlation? So our timberland that will provide us the current current income stream as well as the low correlation, because this is the part of the alternative investment, and the alternative investment has the characteristics that it will have the low correlation with our traditional investment. After that, the collectibles will not provide the income stream, but it will provide you the low correlation because it is also the part of the alternative investment. After that, there is the commodities will also provide you the uh, diversification benefit. It means the low correlation, but not provide you the income. So the correct answer of this question will be answer A, option A, because the timberland is only the option that will provide you the current income stream. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Our next question is, the both event driven and the macro hedge fund strategies use. So these are the strategies that are used by the hedge fund. So the options are here. The first option is the long and short position. So these are the two strategies. Okay, sub strategies. So these are the two sub strategies. So which of the following will use these two strategies, long and short positions? Top down approach. Basically, top down approach is used by the macro hedge fund strategy. Okay, long market cycles is also used by the hedge funds. So the correct answer in this case is option A, because the event driven and the macro hedge fund both use the long and the short position. Event driven strategy use the long and short position because they want to access the which security they have to go short, and which security they have to go long. For example, in case of the merger and in case of the merger, hedge fund will take the short position on the company which is being acquired, which on the company which is acquiring the another company, and the long position on the company which is being acquired. And why this? Because if there is the two company A and company B, if company is A is acquiring the company B, so the hedge fund take the short position on company A stock, okay, and the long position on the company B stock. So if a hedge fund taking the short position on the stock of the acquirer, there is the basic reason, because after the acquisition there may be the situation that debt to equity ratio or the other equity ratio may increase of the acquirer. There may be some problem in the future, because after the acquisition there may be the situation that the business they have acquired is not running properly. So there are the reasons, that's why the hedge fund take the short position on the acquirer and the long position on the company is being acquired. Okay, there is the correct answer of this question is the answer A. Long short position is used by the event driven and the macro hedge fund strategies. Our next question is the hedge funds hedge fund losses are most likely to be the magnified by. So margin call, the basically talking about the answer, the margin calls magnified the hedge fund losses. How? Because margin call will increase the losses of the hedge fund when there is the redemption demand by the investor in the hedge fund, that may cause the hedge fund to liquidate his position in the market, and that may cause basically losses to the hedge fund. That's why the margin calls will magnify the losses to the hedge fund. Let's discuss about the other option B, lockup period. Lockup period basically not magnified the losses of the hedge fund. It saved the hedge fund from the losses, because when there is the lockup period, investor will not be able to redeem his shares and his share of the investment in the hedge fund, and the hedge fund will have the time to hold the securities till the maturity. So this will not be the correct answer. After that, the redemption notice period, that also save the hedge fund from the losses, because it provide the time to hedge fund to manage its redemptions demanded by the investor. Let's discuss the next question. Our next question is the first stage of the financing at which the venture capital fund most likely to invest. There are the different stages in the venture. In case of the venture capital, first stage is the angel investing, second stage is the seed investing, third stage is the early investing, fourth is later, after that the mezzanine stage. So there are the different stages in case of the venture capital. So in this question we have to find out the which of the following is the first stage at which the venture capitalist invest in the venture capital. At the angel investing at the angel stage, basically venture capitalists are not interested, because the idea of the startup is or venture is not feasible in the market. So the venture capital will not interested to invest in that company which don't have the idea. So at this stage, entrepreneur have to borrow their own fund from their family, or use their own savings. So at first stage is the seed stage, at which the venture capital will be the interested to invest his money in the venture. Okay, after that the next option is the mezzanine stage. Mezzanine stage is not a correct answer, because mezzanine stage is the last stage at which the venture capitalist invest just before the initial public offering. I hope you know the initial public offering. And the angel stage, as I have discussed this key. This is the first stage at which the idea is not feasible. So this is not our correct answer. Correct answer in this question is the seed stage at which the venture capitalist will invest in the venture. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Our question is what is most significant drawback of the repeat sale index measure the return of the real there are the three index in case if we want to measure the returns of the real estate. The first one of them is the appraisal index. Okay, the first one of them is the appraisal index. After that there is the repeat sale index, and after that there will be the one other index. And basically the repeat appraisal index is constructed from the estimate of the experts, and it will underestimate the volatility. So this is the drawback of the appraisal index. So we can cut from it the underestimate of the volatility, because this is the drawback of the appraisal index. Our next option is sample selection bias. So the sample selection bias is the drawback of our repeat sales index. Why of this? Because repeat sale index use the different sales data they taken place in the market, and the repeat sale index take the samples. So there is the sample selection bias in case of the repeat sales index, and the other option is reliance on the subjective appraisal. So this is not a drawback of our repeat sale index. So the correct answer of this question is answer A. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Okay, our next question is as compared to direct investment. Okay, there is the direct investment in the infrastructure. Publicly traded infrastructure securities are characterized by, okay, there may be the direct investment in case of the infrastructure investment, or there may be the through the publicly traded security. So what is the benefit of the direct investment? The benefit of the direct investment is that there will be the higher control that you have in case of the direct investment, and the drawback of the direct investment is that you will not be you will have the higher concentration risk, because you have invested your money in at one place. So these are the benefit and the drawback of the direct investment. If we talk about the indirect investment, there is the benefit that you will get the liquidity in case of the publicly traded security, because you can sell it anytime. So this is like benefit. And after that you will get the transparency, because when you are investing in the securities that are publicly traded, you will get the more transparency. And in so these are the benefit of the our indirect investment. So let's continue the question. As compared to the direct investment in the infrastructure, publicly traded securities are characterized by. So which of the following is the characteristics of the publicly traded securities? Higher concentration risk is the characteristics of our direct investment. Okay, after that the more transparent governance, yes, this is the characteristics of our publicly traded securities. Let's see the another option. This is a greater control over the infrastructure assets. This is the characteristics of our direct investment. So the correct answer in this question is option B. There is the greater more transparency if we are doing the indirect investment through the publicly traded securities in the infrastructure investment. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Our next question is an equity hedge fund following the fundamental growth strategy. Okay, here the equity hedge fund using the fundamental growth strategy uses the fundamental analysis. Okay, identify the companies that are most likely to be undervalued, either undervalued or overvalued, and other option experiencing the high growth and the capital appreciation. Here is the one equity hedge fund, okay, that is using the growth strategy, fundamental growth strategy. So what is the purpose of using the fundamental growth strategy? So we have to identify like what is the purpose of using the fundamental growth strategy. So basically, if we talk about the option A, undervalued, to be undervalued, we, in case of the fundamental growth strategy, we don't have the purpose to identify the undervalued securities. If option B is either undervalued or overvalued, this is also not our purpose of using the fundamental growth strategy. Our purpose is to identify the high growth and capital appreciation securities. So this is our purpose of using the fundamental growth strategy in the equity hedge fund. So the correct answer of this question is C. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Our next question is, which of the following is most likely to be available when conducting the hedge fund due diligence? So this is talking about the data character, sorry, which is basically available when we are doing the due diligence of the hedge fund. So there are the options. The first option is the benchmark used by the hedge fund. Yes, the benchmark used by the hedge fund may be easily available. Let's continue with next option. Our next option is information on the system of the risk management. The information of the risk management may not be available because there is the less transparency in case of the hedge fund. After that, the details of the investment strategies and the process, there is less details on the investment strategies and the process in case of the hedge fund. So the correct answer of our is this question is option A. There are the benchmark rate that are available easily in case of the hedge fund due diligence. Okay, let's continue with the next question. A private equity fund desiring to realize the immediate and the complete cash exit from the portfolio company is most likely to pursue one. There are the basically three exit path that private equity fund have. One is them the trade sale. Okay, I'm using here short form. And second one is them is like IPO public, and one of them is I not remember the name, but one is also there is there is the some other private equity fund that is buying the investment of the other equity fund that is here. So we have to here the find out fund that give the immediate and the complete cash exit. So the trade fund that give the immediate and the complete cash exit, because IPO take the time, because you are required to be registered with the SEBI in case we are talking about in India. And if we are talking about USA, there is the other stock exchange, Nasdaq or many other stock exchange. So you have to register in case of the private equity. In case of the IPO, if you want to exit, you want to take the exit from the private equity fund, if you want to follow the path of the IPO, it takes the long time because you have to do lots of the regulatory work. So this is not our answer. In case of the trade sales, yes, this is the immediate. There will be the other corporate buyer who will purchase your purchase your investment, but there may be the situation that the employees of the existing company are not interested in that thing. There may be the another question of this type, in which of the following strategy will not be liked by the employees of the existing company. That is the trade sale. Okay, and after that, recapitalization is also the strategy in which you borrow the debt for for taking the exit of the your case. Okay, this is not a correct answer. So the correct answer of this question is the answer option A. As the loan to value ratio increase for the real estate, risk is likely to increase. Or in case of the real estate, if the loan to value ratio increase, the risk is most likely to increase for both the debt and the equity holder. Why? Because if loan to value ratio increase, if your loan to value ratio is increased, basically if the is existing loan to value ratio is 0.5, if this is increasing for 4.6, then the risk is increased for the debt holder, because there is the more debt. There may be the situation that the borrower may not be able to repay debt, and the risk is increased for the equity holder, because if he is not able to repay the debt, he ultimately lose his property. Okay, so let's continue with our next question, but before this we have the correct answer of this question is option C. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, which of the our next question is like, which of the following forms of the infrastructure investment is most liquid? Which of the following infrastructure investment is most liquid? An unlisted infrastructure mutual fund. Our unlisted our unlisted securities not give us the benefit of the liquidation, because there is the no secondary market in which we can sell them. After that, the direct investment in the greenfield. As you know, the greenfield project is a project which will take the long time, and there is no as such secondary market in which you can sell your investment. But if we talk about the option C, yes, this give us the benefit of the liquidation. So the option C is correct, because this is the exchange traded investment. Okay, I hope so you are understanding these answers along with explanation. And let's continue with our next question. Our next question is, an investor choose to invest in the brownfield rather than the greenfield. Okay, brownfield rather than the greenfield structures project, the investor is most likely to be motivated by the growth opportunities. Okay, there may be the two infrastructure investment. One is the brownfield and another one is the greenfield. Greenfield is the infrastructure investment in which you are investing in the is at the scratch stage, that there is no existing property, no existing business that is going on. You are investing in basically in a new business. In case of the our brownfield, there is existing business in which you are investing. So the investor motive to invest in the brownfield rather than the greenfield is basically to take the growth opportunity, to take the opportunities of the predictable cash flows, because the investor want that there should be the predictable cash flows that he should enjoy. So he would like to invest in the brownfield rather than the greenfield. And after that, there is next question is, the privatization of the existing hospital is an example. As I have explained that there is the existing property is there, the hospital. So the investment in that is will be our brownfield investment. So the answer of this question is option B. Okay, let's continue our next question. A hedge fund invest primarily in the distressed debt quoted market price are available for the underlying holdings but trade infrequently. In case where the our securities are traded infrequently, then what these are the prices, what price we should use. Okay, these are the price in which we have to select with what price we have to use in case of our trade is infrequent. Which of the following will the hedge fund most likely use in calculation of the assets hedge fund? Average price, we can't use the average price because there is no liquidity. In case of the liquidity, we can use this price. But if average price with the adjusted liquidity, yes, this is the correct answer. We can use the average price by adjusting that for the liquidity. So the correct answer of this question is the B, and the option C is price for the short position. And as per in case of the conservatism, we take this position. I hope so I am pronouncing that thing correctly. In case of the conservatism, we take the like a short and ask price for the long. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Our next question is, angel investing capital is typically provided in which stage of the financing? I have explained this. Angel investing capital is typically provided at the formative stage. Okay, the correct answer of this question is option B. Okay, our next question is, if the commodities forward curve is in the contango, the component of the commodities futures contract are most likely to reflect that in. The correct answer of this question is option B. Okay, because if spot price is the price which is prevailing today in the market, and the roll yield is the difference between the spot price and the future price. So the if the component of the commodities is in the contango, then our forward price should be the greater than our spot price, and that yield will be called the roll yield. And the collateral yield is the yield that you earn on the collateral that you give in the stock market as a collateral, because for doing the investment in the futures in the stock market, you have to post some collateral. So the correct answer of this question is option B. And I hope so you have liked this video, and in the next video we will continue with our questions and answer. But in that video we will do some fee calculation questions and other questions. Okay, thank you for watching this.